So, welcome, Vince.
Hey
Uh,
Chris, how you doing?
Not bad. You?
Good, good, good. I'm good.
Good, good to have you here.
Thank you, and thank you for inviting me to be part of this.
Anytime, Vince. Anytime.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I thought we'd start off just by introducing yourself, like uh, where you're from, what you do, any hobbies you have, just a bit about you, background, and then we can jump into some more juicy things.
Okay. My name is Vince Krupi. I'm self-employed. I run a garden center, um, and we've been doing this for 40 years. I love to ski. I like to be outdoors. I love the outdoors. I love to be active. Um, so what I'm doing is I'm really enjoying the fitness part and the dietary portion of this program. Um, and yeah, so I like to be active. I like to be, um, enjoy the outdoors
Cool.
and yeah.
Awesome. So let's start before you joined, like before we met, before it all started. Like, where were you then in terms of like how you looked physically and also even mentally, like your mood, mindset, all those things? Like, where were you before you started?
Going back, say 15 years, I was doing a lot, mainly just cardio. And I was okay, weight wise, I was still a little, mm, probably about 20 pounds overweight.
Hmm.
And then then we moved away from where that gym was. And slowly, I just kept on gaining and gaining and gaining weight. I had a thyroid issue that I've been dealing with for most of my life. But I think it caught up to me where I gained a lot of weight, like, close to 100 pounds. And I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. I couldn't do the things that I enjoyed doing, like skiing and just carrying things, like even doing my everyday work was very, very difficult. I was getting injured a lot because I was carrying all this extra weight, my knees, my hips, my back, my feet, with all due respect. And yeah, so just before I met you, um, I decided that you know what, this has to end. So I started on my own losing some weight, but it very it wasn't very consistent.
Right.
Then maybe 6 months after I met you, no, 6 months after I started, I met you, and then
Yeah.
we started, and ever since then, it's been great. I mean, I've been going consistently to the gym, hardly miss any days at all, hardly any at all, unless I was ill or something. Um, and my strength has improved immensely, my endurance, my mobility. As far as mental state, it's a huge difference. Like when you lose all this weight, it's like you get rid of a fog in your brain, and you function so much better. Um, your whole system works a lot better. Your mind is a lot clearer. You can think better, you can reason better. You're ahead of the game in your mind, you know, and your mind is quicker. So the nutrition part of it is just as important as the physical part of it, because in my opinion, um, the nutrition is what feeds your body, what tunes you up, what
Mhm.
tunes up your body. And then your physical part is just developing your physicality, right? Like developing your arms, your chest, your legs, or what have you, right? So I think what you offer as a package for me was nothing short of a lifesaver, because I was on a road to, on a stairway to heaven. Is where I was going. maybe on an escalator to heaven, or an elevator to heaven.
So,
You
so
know,
Vince, how what was your heaviest? It was it was 270, or was it ever
no,
higher?
it was close to 280. I
Yeah.
think at one point I hit 282. One, like, before I met you,
Yeah.
I was quite a bit heavier. Um, and like I said, I mean, I couldn't even, it's sad to say, but I had a hard time putting on my socks in the morning.
Yeah.
I was so heavy, and so it really is you know, it really, really is a life-threatening situation for people that are in that state,
Yeah.
and I felt it, and it's not good. I probably gained 15 years of my life back, maybe more. With my in the shape that I'm in right now, I probably haven't been in this shape maybe for 30 years. You know,
Yeah.
I don't get tired anymore. I can go, 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 go like I did when I was in my 30s. I'll be 60 in a couple months,
Yeah.
and I just, the amount of energy is unbelievable. Like it really, really made a huge, huge, huge difference.
Yeah, no, I couldn't even tell, like, compared to when we first met till now, like night and day in terms of like just your overall confidence, your mentality, everything is like
Mhm.
is improved so
Yeah,
much in this in what the two-ish 2 and a bit years now.
July was 2 years. July.
Yeah.
So July, August, yeah, two years and 2 months, basically.
Yeah. You were one of my first clients at the
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I told you that. So you're still
Well,
one of my best and one of my favorites.
yeah. Oh, thanks, buddy. You're amazing. You are so amazing. You are always there, always available, always eager to help. And I can feel your enthusiasm. I can feel your dedication to what you do. I can feel that you really, really care, and you really, really enjoy what you do, and you believe in what you do. That's, people that believe in what they do, um, do it from the heart, you
Hmm.
know? And I think you're that type of person. You really, really believe what you do, and you do an amazing, amazing job. And you always have a good answer. Like every time I've had questions for you, you always have a great answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome.
So, okay, so let's take it back now. So before you started now, what do you think you were struggling with most? It could have been like was it the before joining the program, was it like the diet side you were having troubles with? Was it training? Was it like discipline, like your mindset? Or like what do you think was like the main thing holding you back before you started?
Well, I think the main thing was because of the nature of our business, because of the getting up early, early in the morning. I mean, I'd be eating cheeseburgers at 7 o'clock in the morning and French fries.
Yeah.
Like, you get up at 1 in the morning, and then by 7 you're hungry. Instead of having egg whites, or eggs, a few two eggs with egg whites, I'd be having a cheeseburger or a hamburger, or a hot dog, right? uh,
Yeah.
and it's the daily. You're hungry, you stop at McDonald's. You're hungry, you stop at Burger King. Oh, I think I'll try Kentucky Fried Chicken today. you know
Yeah.
and so those things, that, and then, the problem with that food is that, 2 hours later, although you're full of all these toxins, you're
Yeah.
hungry again, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like a snowball effect, and it goes, and you add those extra 800,000 calories every day, at the
Yeah.
end of the month, you've added a whole lot of calories, right?
Yeah.
So that was one part of it. The other part of it was the consistency of going, to the gym. Whereas now, when I drive home from work, I pull without even thinking. I just pull directly into the gym. It's like
Yeah.
that's where I gotta go, right? I don't even think of going home. It's the gym, right? Whereas before it was, oh, I don't know, should I go to the gym tonight? Oh, it's okay. I'll go. I'll skip tonight. I'll go tomorrow night. And then tomorrow
Mhm.
night something else would come up. Oh, I'll go tomorrow night. You know. So it's those two things. It's the combination of diet
And
and
accountability.
a combination of accountability of being
Discipline, but held
consistent.
accountable.
Yeah, discipline and accountable. Yeah.
Yeah, because those are usually the two biggest things that most people lack. And when they're looking for a trainer, um, oh my God, just died. Great. When people are looking for a trainer, they'll usually focus more on the training side and they'll put like diet, the nutrition and accountability on the back burner. But usually those are the two things that most people are missing.
Yeah, what I found is that without diet, okay,
Hmm.
I mean, you can work out, you can run, you can this, you might improve your heart health or your lung health, whatever, but you're not improving your overall health.
Yeah,
Okay, right? So I think that you need the diet, but the
100%.
diet, yeah, like the diet is for me is as or more important than
Yeah,
the um, the
training.
workout, the training. Yeah,
Yeah,
but the training is what seals it all, like the envelope, right?
right.
The and you know what? I mean, I enjoy the training. Like I enjoy it. Sometimes I'll go to the gym and I'm exhausted, and I say to myself, "Oh, I'm gonna take it easy today." But then, as soon as you start a couple reps, you go, "No, no, I can do more." And then you end up doing,
Yeah, yeah,
getting a personal best, right?
exactly.
But when you went in, you were exhausted, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when you come out, you feel amazing. You feel like that tiredness, that exhaustion, that fatigue just
Hmm.
disappears, right? Because your body wakes up and the adrenaline starts to flow and you just feel amazing, you know? So, going to the gym, the workouts, the diet, it adds to everything.
Hmm.
It adds to everything, and I plan to do this for the rest of my life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what would you tell someone, like someone that was maybe in your earlier position who was like around maybe 280, 300 pounds? What would you tell them if they were on the fence about like going online um, as opposed to going in person?
Well, I'll tell you for sure, I can tell you this, is that having you um, behind me or having you next to me, um, it makes a massive difference because there's somebody that you need to answer to.
Hmm.
When that person says to you, "Oh, why haven't you lost any weight this week?" You know,
Yeah.
I say, "Oh, you know what? What did I do that I didn't lose weight? Did I not sleep enough? Did I not drink enough? Did I eat the wrong stuff? Like, did I eat
Yeah.
too much too late? What did I do?"
Hmm.
Right? So it makes you think, right? And I think um, doing it on your own, you might not have that accountability, or you
Hmm.
might not have that that thought process of saying, well, you know what, I got to figure this out, you know. So it does. It gives you accountability for the thing. The other thing I would say, the biggest thing also, is it doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how out of shape you are. It doesn't matter. You just need to start.
Hmm.
That's it. You need to start, and it doesn't matter if you only lose a little bit. You don't need, so many times, I would think to myself in the beginning, oh, I can do more than this, but you don't need to do 100 pounds. If you can only do 20, do 20. If you can only do 15, do 15. That's where you are. But
Hmm.
you have to believe in yourself that you're going to get better. It's just like learning a new language, learning to ride a bike, learning to do anything in life, right?
Hmm.
You need to start, at the beginning. And if it takes an extra month, I'm old, I'm an older guy, so I'm not going to be like the 20-year-olds, right? And if I can't do what the 20-year-olds do, so be it. This is what I can do.
Yeah,
But the maximum that I can do is good for me. That's what fits me, right? And I think that's very important because I think people go to the gym and they can't lift. They see the next guy doing 120 pounds and they can't do it, and then they get discouraged, right? Like, don't need to think like that. It's do what you can, and that's it. And you told me that right in the beginning, and
yeah,
I remembered that, and that really, that those few words that you spoke to me by saying that, that really helped me a lot.
you're fine. Okay, so we're back. My phone died,
Yeah.
so we have the previous footage, but we'll start with a fresh question.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you now? Like we talked about before, your heaviest was 280,
Yeah.
right? And what was your lowest weight in the program so far?
My lowest weight was 169.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. What do you
169. So
and then
my
now we did
goal,
like a
yeah. So now I'm at 179, just under 180.
yeah.
Yeah,
We did a little like reverse diet, little
yeah,
bulk, bring your
yeah,
metabolism
yeah,
up
yeah,
because it was you were quite low on calories. Like your lowest, you were at
yeah,
1,300 calories for you to
yeah,
lose weight, which is quite low.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, now we're back to cutting. So, what have you since joining the program 2 years ago? What do you think are the biggest things that you've learned about just health and nutrition, or even about yourself throughout this whole process?
Well, for sure, health and nutrition, because um, like what I like right in front of me, I have a bowl of cauliflower. Okay. And I've been, snacking on cauliflower, you know, whereas before it might have been a bag of chips,
Hmm.
right? Garbage, junk, right?
Yeah.
So it's that mindset of changing, what you eat. I used to eat a ton of bread. I love bread. I love bread. Um, and if I start eating it again, I probably still love bread. But bread is not a healthy food.
Hmm.
It's just full of sugar and gluten, and I'm noticing too that the less gluten I eat, the I deflate. I don't know how to
Yeah,
say it, but
you might have
I
a gluten tolerance.
yeah, like I blow up you know with one slice of bread. I blow
Yeah,
up. I
yeah.
just like a balloon,
Mhm.
right? And so those things I didn't know before, right? I did not know that before. That Yeah, it's mainly the diet part, the food part, really taught me a lot. About even the way your body works, the way my body works,
Mhm.
right? What I can eat, what I can't eat. You know, I'd rather have, now any day, I'd rather have, 200 grams of meat, than a mortadella sandwich, with
Mhm.
all that bread and all that, right?
Yeah.
So, Yeah. So I really, really, thanks to you, I've learned a lot, a lot.
What would you say is the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself? Like not the diet side or the training, whatever. What do you think you've like? Is there anything that you've learned about yourself, or and anything you noticed that you've changed has changed within yourself from like before till now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I've learned that, you don't need, one big step. You can take lots of little steps.
Hmm.
Lots of little steps will equal one big step. It might take a little longer, but you'll get there. Okay. There's no rush. There's no hurry. You will get there. If your mind is set and you have the determination and you really want it, you will get it. Okay. 100%. Okay.
Hmm.
You want it. And if you really, really want it, you will get it. Okay. Just like in life, there's no easy way to anything. Everything takes hard work, everything takes determination, everything takes want and will to do. And as long as you have that, you're in good shape. And you yourself, having you, Chris, your support is worth $1 million. Like, I mean, it's worth more than anything because you keep the whole thing together with your passion and your caring for your people, and your knowledge. You really, really make it work. So I have to say
Thank
thank
you.
you to you. I have to say thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Vince. Appreciate that. So, what would you tell someone like that's maybe been following my content or my Instagram for a while, or is like on the fence about joining the program, like and maybe a new person, maybe new to the gym or just getting started, wants to take it to the next level? What advice would you give them, or what would you tell them? Your honest opinion in terms of like the program and what it can, how it can benefit them.
Well, the program, number one, really, really works. The program does work. Excellent. The other good thing is, first of all, I would say you need to start. Okay,
Yeah.
you need to start, and there's no rush, there's no pressure. You do what you can, and you don't need to kill yourself. Okay,
Hmm.
start. You know, whoever starts with your program, they have an incredible support system in you. Uh, they have all the information they want. The app is amazing. You're available pretty well 24 hours a day. So it's the only thing missing is their will.
Hmm.
Once they've made up their mind that they want to do it, everything's laid out, everything's done. The meals are amazing, every single one of them. Okay. The food, I would rather eat our meal plan food than any other food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whatever I make, sometimes I'll make whatever I make for myself and I make it for Ida, my daughter,
Yeah.
and she loves it, you know. Um, so the meals are good. They're amazing. They're spread out nicely. Everything works excellent.
Awesome. Do you have any final words, anything before we wrap up that you wanted, anything else that you wanted to talk about or say?
I just want to say thank you to you for everything that you do for me. And you've truly been a lifesaver for me, and I'm sure for other people that were in my situation.
Hmm.
And like I said, the program, I see at the gym other people using different programs,
Yeah.
and sometimes I put my phone down, and people they come to look at it, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so it's an amazing program, and for me, it's been incredible. It's been a life changer for sure.
Thank you, Vince. Well, you've been a pleasure to coach so far.
Yeah.
um, like it's there's always two sides to the coin, right? Like there's people who can are really easy to coach and are willing to be open-minded and take the coach's trust and their knowledge and follow the plan. And then there's other people who just want to complain and just be lazy and make excuses and be negative all the time. And those people aren't coachable. Like there's certain people who can, and you definitely are very coachable. So it's been a pleasure working with you, and I'm excited for the future.
Oh yes, we'll have a great future. But I do need to say one more thing is that you have to trust in the coach. You have to.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna get Chris to coach me," and then, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that," because you have to have that trust.
Yeah.
You have
100%.
to, 100%, because
Mhm.
that's what makes it work. Because why are we with you? Because obviously there's things that you know that we don't, right? So we need to trust you. In like the suggestion that you made, to cut out breakfast for later. Oh my God, it's made a huge difference.
Mhm.
you know, because I would eat and then an hour later I'd feel hungry again. Whereas now I eat later and I don't feel hungry in the morning. So that was a brilliant idea. I never would have thought of that.
Yeah, trust in yourself, number one. A lot of people, because they've done other programs before, they've done other things, they tried it on their own and it hasn't worked. So their trust already, a lot of people is already low within themselves.
Yeah,
Trust in your coach, which is hard because a lot of people don't want to trust someone they barely know. It's hard. I
yeah,
get it. But that's you need both those things. And the third thing is you need to believe that the program is going to work for you. So you need to have trust in yourself, in your coach, your program. You have to believe in all these things
yeah,
for the results to actually happen. Because if you go in with a negative mindset and maybe like the first couple days you don't see the scale move, you're like, I knew it, this doesn't work, and you just give
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. And the patience is the other thing, right? You know, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, you need the patience, and you need to know that it's a long road. It's a long, 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 long road. You
Yeah.
know,
So this is
so you just have to start. You have to start and stay on that road for a very long time, and you'll be just as fit as the fittest guy in the gym.
it's definitely not for some people who are looking for like a quick fix. It's definitely not
Yeah,
something
no,
that you can
no,
do overnight. All right.
no, 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 no. This is a life. It's a life changing thing. It's a life improvement thing. It's much, much, much more than that. You know.
100. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I agree. I tell everyone the same thing.
yeah,
And until they experience it for themselves, they don't it's hard for them to even imagine like understand what I'm saying because if they haven't been through it themselves, they um they don't know what it feels like. So like a lot of people come and they're like have no sleep. They get like 3 hours of sleep a night. They eat like crap. Maybe this was like you before a long time ago. You
yeah, yeah.
eat like crap, you sleep like crap, but in your head you're like, I feel fine. But to you, your fine is subjective. It's how you feel you're fine, right?
Mhm.
But it's not until you go through this whole process and then you realize, like maybe a few years down the line, when your nutrition's on point and you're training and you're sleeping, you're hydrated, you're like, wow, that wasn't fine. Like now I feel fine, right?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly it. Like now I feel okay. And I know I could feel even better
Yeah.
than what I'm feeling right now. Like I'm only, in my mind, I'm 10% there, you know,
Wow.
because I have a lot, I still have 90% to go, in
What
my mind. Right.
what are your goals for the future in terms of
Well,
this?
my goals are I want to get down to 160 pounds,
Hmm.
right? And I want to see what I look like at 160 pounds. And I've always wanted to know that. I really want to have a very, very low fat percentage,
Yeah.
right? And see, and try to maintain it and try to
Hmm.
maintain um, that nice, healthy look, um, you know, as long as I can, right? And stay active and do weights as long as I can. I see guys at the gym on if I go to my gym on Wednesday mornings, okay,
Hmm.
there's
Yeah.
guys there that are in their mid 80s,
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
and these guys are doing like they're not doing light stuff.
Yeah.
These guys are going, you know, and they are so dedicated. I only see them Wednesday mornings. I don't know what other maybe I don't go any other morning, so I don't know what days they're there. But you look at these guys and you say, "Wow, I want to be like them in 25 years." You know, and then the sad part is that you go somewhere and you see 30-year olds that are over 300 pounds with a cane or a walker or this or that, and if they were to only um, get in their minds that they can change, you know um, it's a lifesaver because those people aren't going to be around for long. It's sad
Right.
to say, but they're not.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be one of them. you
Well,
know
you like you said, you were close to being that way a few years ago, but
yeah,
you changed things around, and it's your whole life has changed now.
yeah, 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 yeah. Chris, I'm telling you, I couldn't carry one case of product like 50
Mhm.
feet. Like I'd be dead. Now I can carry three cases of product 200 feet, you
Yeah.
know, and yeah, it's heavy, but I can do it,
Well,
right?
that's what everyone talks about. Like they don't realize the effects that it has on other areas of their life until they go through it. So, like,
Yeah,
yeah, your sleep is gonna get better. You're gonna feel more energized. Your mood's gonna get better. You're gonna feel healthier, more everything. But then it also goes into your work because, like, now you're more focused. You have more energy, and then also with your if you got kids or spouse, you're able to do things with
yeah,
them. Like it
yeah,
changes your whole life in ways that you might not think about in the first moment.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it raises your quality of life immensely,
Hmm.
immensely. Like it puts it in a different world, and we grow older and we forget how we were in our 20s and our 30s, right?
Yeah.
We forget because we're so used to being so lethargic and so down and so slow, right? But when you start to get that back, is when you realize, oh my God, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Right? And that's what I feel, right? That's what I feel, you know. I feel like sometimes I'm doing things and I would think, oh, I couldn't do this before. Now I can do it and I can finish it, you know. Whereas before you had to get up, sit down for 5 minutes, catch your breath, because you couldn't
Yeah.
breathe, right? And now it's different, totally different.
Yeah. Changes your whole life.
Changes your whole life, buddy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming, Vince. I really appreciate it. We've had a long call. It's been like 45 minutes or so, but it was a good call. I appreciate you coming. Thank you for all your answers, your honesty, and your always your positive attitude and your support. I
Thank you.
really appreciate it. Um, I'll see you at my house in half hour, right?
Well, yeah, a little bit over half an hour. I have to
Okay.
wait for Ida's mom to pick her up. Okay, but
Okay.
it's been a pleasure talking. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and you are a great joy to talk to.
Thank you, Vince. Appreciate
Always.
it.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, Vince.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see you
Take
later.
care.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. See you,
Yeah.
Vince.
Bye bye.